Welcome to Elders Motive. Some scientists believe that within the next few decades, it could be possible for humans to live 1,000 years or more. Normally, as time passes, our cells undergo changes, our DNA mutates, cells stop dividing, and harmful junk byproducts of cellular activity builds up. Have you ever wondered that why women live longer than men? If no, then let us discuss about this matter in this video. Make sure to listen to 5 reasons in the starting, and at the end, how can you prevent yourself from dying at your earlier age? Make sure you are listening calmly, and no one is disturbing you, because great listeners are greater improver. I pray that you live 100+ years if you like my video, and subscribe to my channel. So let us start without wasting time. The 5 reasons due to which the elders die earlier than women's are. Before starting, let me tell you that listen carefully. The point number 5 as it the most important point. Point number 1 is that they take bigger risks. Some of the reason seems to be biological destiny. The frontal lobe of the brain, the part that controls judgment and consideration of an action's consequences, develops more slowly in boys and young men than in their female counterparts. This may contribute to the fact that far more boys and men die in accidents or due to violence than girls and women. Examples include biking, driving drunk, and homicide. This tendency toward lack of judgment and consideration of consequences may also contribute to detrimental lifestyle decisions among young men, such as smoking or drinking to excess. Dr. Louann Brizendine, author of The Male Brain, said, "The male brain is like a high-performance sports car. It's designed for speed and agility, but it can also be prone to reckless driving." Point number 2 is that they have more dangerous jobs. Men far outnumber women in some of the riskiest occupations, including military combat, firefighting, and working at construction sites. Dr. Christina Hoff Sommers said men are more likely to work in jobs that are hazardous to their health, and this puts them at a greater risk of injury or death. Point number 3 is that they die of heart disease more often and at a younger age. In fact, men are 50% more likely than women to die of heart disease. The fact that men have lower estrogen levels than women may be part of the reason, but medical risks, such as poorly treated high blood pressure or unfavorable cholesterol levels, may contribute as well. Dr. Eric Topol told us heart disease is a major killer of men. And it's not just because of genetics, it's also because of lifestyle choices and a lack of preventive care. Point number 4 is that they are larger than women. Across many species, larger animals tend to die younger than smaller ones. Although the magnitude of this effect is uncertain in humans, it may work against male longevity. Size matters. And in the case of humans, larger bodies tend to have shorter lifespans. 5th point is that they commit suicide more often than women. This is true despite the fact that depression is considered more common among women, and women make more non-fatal suicide attempts. Some attribute this to the tendency for men to avoid seeking care for depression and the cultural norms that discourage men from seeking help for mental illness. Men are less likely to seek help for mental health issues, and this can have devastating consequences, including a higher risk of suicide. Point number 6 is that they are less socially connected, for reasons that aren't entirely clear. People with fewer and weaker social connections, which tends to include men more often than women, tend to have higher death rates. Social connections are key to a long and healthy life, and men often have fewer and weaker social connections than women. Point number 7 is that they avoid doctors. According to the Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality, men are far more likely to skip routine health screens and far less likely than women to have seen a doctor of any kind during the previous year. Men are less likely to visit the doctor, and this can lead to delayed diagnosis and treatment of serious health problems. So don't worry about your life. I give you guarantee that if you watch the remaining video and do according to it. So I pray that you live 150+ years. Please like this video. I work more than 17 hours in a day to make videos for you. Please like my videos if you like this video, and subscribe this channel. I sincerely wish that you live a long and fulfilling life, perhaps even beyond 120 years. Comment your age here. I will give you a honest advice in reply. While there's much that can be done about some of these factors, others are modifiable. For example, Since men tend to avoid medical care far more often than women, getting men to report symptoms, including depression, and go for regular follow-up for chronic medical problems, such as high blood pressure, could counter some of the tendency for them to die younger. The proportion of potentially preventable deaths among observed deaths for each of the 5 causes of death were 34% for diseases of the heart, 21% for cancer, 39% for chronic lower respiratory diseases, 33% for cerebrovascular diseases, stroke, and 39% for unintentional injuries. It's also worth noting that the survival gap between men and women reflects an average tendency among large numbers of people. In fact, plenty of wives predecease their husbands. Individual risk factors, such as smoking, diabetes, or a strong family history of breast cancer, can outweigh the general tendency for women to live longer. Perhaps we'll be more successful in the future in avoiding preventable premature death among men and women, and because many of these efforts will have a bigger impact on men, the gender gap among the elderly may eventually narrow. Until then, my wife and I will do what we can to stay healthy. But statistics don't lie. I'll probably die first. The uneven playing field for boys starts early. The Y chromosome tends to develop mutations more often than X chromosomes, and the lack of a second X chromosome in men means that X-linked abnormalities among boys are not masked by a second normal version. Survival in the womb is also less reliable for male fetuses, for uncertain and probably multiple reasons. Developmental disorders are also more common among boys. Some of these could shorten life expectancy. There are 5 basic types of good behavior: regular exercise, not smoking, alcohol consumption within guidelines, maintaining a low BMI, body mass index, and eating a predominantly plant-based diet. Thus, if one practices 4 or 5 of those virtues, compared with men who practice none, the reduction in the risk for cardiovascular disease is around 67%. The reduction in the incidence of diabetes is 73%. The reduction in developing cancer is 20%-25%. Remarkably, the reduction in dementia is 65%, and the reduction in all-cause mortality is 32%. Most of the reduction in cancer risk was related to smoking. And frankly, the other forms of behavior in this cohort did not affect the development of cancer very remarkably. But think of that, if one makes the appropriate choice, if one can persuade one's fellows, one's countrymen to make these sorts of choices, then the reduction in disease burden is remarkable reduction in dementia risk by 65%. These reductions are not confined to the Welsh. Lovely people that they are. Very similar outcomes have been found in large studies in the United States and elsewhere in Western Europe. Now, conclusion is this: that don't look out for diseases. There are too many. Just exercise daily, at least for 30 minutes. Eat fresh food. Prepare it yourself. No boxes, cans and powdery stuff. Plenty of vegetables and fish. Eat as much vegetables as you can. Only eat foods you can recognize and avoid ingredients which don't seem to be edible. Avoid stress and learn how to deal with it in a healthy way. Again, exercise, but also meditation or breathing exercises / yoga / tai chi, etc. Drink lots of water. Sleep. Make sleeping well and long enough your holy quest. Nothing should endanger it. It's the basis for your physical and cognitive / mental health. Don't drink alcohol or smoke. Have fun. Enjoy yourself in a healthy way. Take care of your friends and family. Let them take care of you. Try to do just things that fit to your personality. Don't force yourself in doing things others expect of you. Look for the right match between you and your activities. It will make you feel relaxed and in tune with yourself, making you feel powerful, strong and balanced. And you'll be fine. The above will keep your immune system balanced, provide you with the right nutrients, will prevent stress and make you feel well rested and provide you with compounds you need, for instance oxytocin, which will support your feeling of well-being, which in turn will make you less susceptible to depression and/or health problems. I'm not providing you with statistics or references. You have to take my word for it. I'm confident about what I'm saying since I practice life coaching since 1998 and have seen the results of the aforementioned strategy. Please like this video. I work more than 17 hours in a day to make videos for you. Please like my videos if you like this video and subscribe this channel. I sincerely wish that you live a long and fulfilling life. Perhaps even beyond 120 years. Comment your age here. I will give you a honest advice in reply. Let us meet again in next video.